Okay, we're starting to stream. I think I'm starting to stream. Let me see if it actually pops up on YouTube here. Okay, it's starting. Receiving your content. I see some people in the chat. Mr. No Name said first. Lamaniacs89 said second. Soundboard said fourth. Wait, where's the third? Nobody said third? Okay then. Hope you guys can hear me all right. Mic's over here. I guess I'll just go ahead and go into it with the Nintendo Switch with all the stuff I want to talk about because there's quite a lot of stuff that was revealed. Why does my hair look so weird? Like my hair right now looks like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. It's it's kind of creepy the way it looks right now. Um, but yeah, the Nintendo Switch conference happened this week, and we're not conference. Well, I guess it was kind of a conference. Presentation uh, in Japan, and they revealed a whole bunch of stuff. Revealed the price points, the launch date, a whole bunch of games. Well, not that many games, but a lot of games. Some games that are going to be out at launch. So I'm going to express my hopes, my concerns, my predictions of all of this for Nintendo Switch because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. So first of all, let's talk about the price point. $299. A lot of people were thinking it was going to be $250. $299 I can deal with, and a lot of people I think can deal with, but I think if they really wanted to compete, they would have put it at $250. I think since it's going to be at about $299, it's not going to sell as well as they want it to. Mainly because other consoles right now, especially like the Xbox One and PS4, you can get for cheaper than that with a bundled in game. Um, but if they market it like they were marketing it in that first trailer we saw of it like being like the portable handheld where you could like have it on your TV and then take it with you. If they market it like that in the commercials, I think it would do really well. They just need to actually market it like that. They don't need to do the 1-2 switch thing and like have like a back when the Wii came out where they were doing the We Would Like to Play commercials. I don't think they need to do something like that. I think if they just market it as something you can take with you, like a console, like I still have my Xbox One box here. Like market it like, hey, it's like one of these, but you can take it with you. If they market it like that, I think it will do well. But yeah. So after the presentation, me and my friend Hirasashi, we both were looking at websites to see when pre-orders would go up. And Best Buy, I saw there was a Twitter Nintendo Wire, one of the Twitters I follow. They said that Best Buy went up with pre-orders, so I went ahead and pre-ordered mine. I got the neon one by accident. I wanted the gray one, but I was like, I don't really care what color I get, as long as I get the console. And I'm probably gonna get a Pro controller anyway. Even though, that's another thing I want to talk about. That's actually a big concern is the pricing of the accessories. The accessories are way too expensive. The Pro controller is $70. That's more expensive than one game. That's sort of unheard of. Um, and then the Joy-Cons, extra Joy-Cons, for one is 60, like for a left one and a right one, or not 60, 50 for each, and then together they're like 80 or something like that. That's a lot. I understand why, because it does have that big motion control and the IR sensor and a whole bunch of stuff technology crammed into the Joy-Cons, which I think it's neat, but I don't really think it's that necessary. At the moment, there are only two games that really show that off, and that's the 1-2 Switch and ARMS, and that doesn't really seem like a reason to have. Or it's just two games right now that that use it. So if third parties jump on it, maybe. But right now, it's just going to have Nintendo's stuff here. And yeah, 1-2 Switch should have been a pack-in. That's another concern that I have. Sorry I'm starting this off negative, because I do really want the console, but I want to get the negative stuff out of the way. So 1-2 Switch, yes, should definitely have been a pack-in game. Nobody's going to buy that at $50. That's way too much for what kind of game it is. Especially since the graphics on the game itself like are very very limited, and you're not even looking at the screen. And like I said in my reaction video, when LGR tweeted out that 1-2 Switch is like you don't even have to look at the screen next gen. Yeah, that's really stupid to me. However, they are showing some games out from the Treehouse that were like snipper clips, which I've heard people look at it, and it looks cute, and it's also releasing at like $20. So why didn't 1-2 Switch? They priced the 1-2 Switch as like $20. That seems like a $20 game, not a $50 game. Actually, I don't even think it's worth like $20, but still, like I think that's the lowest price points they're probably going to go for selling games is like $20, as far as like new games go. I'm not sure how much Bomberman is going to be. I would think because I know that the creator of Binding of Isaac tweeted out that Binding of Isaac Afterbirth is actually going to be a launch title, which that's interesting. An indie developer putting a launch title out, and it's launching at $40 for that. Though I'm not sure how much that's worth it as far as being on a console, because I know that Binding of Isaac is like really cheap on Steam anyway. I'm not sure how much the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth is. I'm not sure how different that is from the other games. I tried playing Binding of Isaac. I guess it could be fun for somebody who likes like procedurally generated dungeons and stuff, but I don't really get into it that much. But Bomberman, it should be getting a physical release. If it is, I'm gonna get Bomberman. I was very surprised by them showing Bomberman R, Super Bomberman R, because everybody thought Bomberman was dead because of Hudson Soft. But Konami, I guess, picked them up, and they're gonna make a Bomberman game. So that's a pretty good launch game to have, is Bomberman, since Bomberman's a very I'm saying Bomberman so much. It's a very like fun party type game to have. A party multiplayer type game, and would be very fun at conventions, because I always see people setting up Saturn Bomberman at like anime conventions. So to have Bomberman on Switch and just taking with you, and I think Switch is going to be a really big thing for conventions. I know I'm going to take it to Windy City when I go there in Chicago at the end of April, or not end of April, but end of March, and yeah, I'd love to play with my friends with Bomberman. So yeah, yeah, I agree with you in the chat. At least the game isn't a goddamn pachinko machine. So yeah, that's good. I looked at the trailer and I was like, yeah, this looks like a legit Bomberman. All right. What else was I going to say? Oh, somebody said Arms. I wish Arms was a pack-in game. Yeah, Arms could have been fun as a pack-in game, but I feel like they're like putting a lot more development in that. So Arms was surprising. That was the second thing on the reaction video that where I was kind of disappointed, because I was like, oh, we're going motion controls again. Is this the only thing that you guys are going to show? I'm glad they kind of led with that stuff though, because the stuff at the end I got really excited about. Oh yeah, and also talking about the launch date. The launch date is March 3rd, which is a lot earlier than people expected, and a lot earlier than I expected. I thought they were just going to delay it, maybe. But March 3rd for that, and for Zelda to launch with it. I know that this probably isn't going to be as strong of a launch as the launch with Twilight Princess on the Wii, because I know that a lot of people, pretty much everybody I was in line with when I got the Wii back in 2006, were getting Zelda. And even my friends who hadn't really played Zelda at all were getting Zelda. So I feel like Zelda is is a system pusher. Whether you like Zelda or not, a lot of people are interested in this game, especially Breath of the Wild. There's a lot of people I've seen that have never really been into Zelda that much, but they have seen trailers of Breath of the Wild that are very interested in it. So, and man, I wanted to save this for later, but I'll go ahead and talk about it. Is the Breath of the Wild trailer, like that is one of the best game trailers I've seen from Nintendo in a very long time, and it just gets me so excited for the game because the music in that trailer is so really good. Um, so really good. It's so good. And I was surprised to see like sea lions in the beginning and then an Arctic fox. It looks like it's going to be a big world. And hmm, take a drink here. Let me look at the uh different games here that are releasing. Okay, so in March and April we have 1-2 Switch, Breath of the Wild, Snipper Clippers, Just Dance 2017, Skylanders Imaginators, Super Bomberman R. Uh, this is between March and April. I Am Setsuna, which I think is like already on like PS4 and Vita. Um, Has Been Heroes, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Constructor HD. I'm not sure what that is. But that's a launch title apparently. It says March 3rd. But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes in April, which I'm very excited for that because I didn't get the DLC for Mario Kart, so I might as well get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe since I didn't have the chance to play the extra stages or the extra characters. So um there were walruses. Yeah, I didn't go look to see like zoom in on it. So I walruses that's interesting. Um So yeah, Skylanders Just Dance, that's kind of a given since that's on everything. Or Just Dance has always been on Nintendo's consoles. Snipper Clippers, yeah, that's going to be a $20 title, so that's interesting to see how that's going to sell since it's a $20 game in the beginning. I'm not sure if it's going to be a physical release or not. It might just be download. I'm not sure. But 1-2 Switch, I don't think that's going to sell just because it's $50 unless they decide to pack it in at the last minute. Um, yeah, Super Bomberman R. That I think that would be a strong launch title, and so far it's I think is confirmed for March 3rd, so I probably will get that along with the Zelda. Well, I already have Zelda in the system pre-ordered, but I might get Super Bomberman R when it comes out. Has Been Heroes. That's a Frozen Byte game. I don't know much about that. Constructor HD, I don't know much about that like at all. I don't even know what that looks like. Let me look at it. Constructor HD. It's a city building game? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, and then we have spring here. Oh wait, spring it says Binding of Isaac Afterbirth spring 2017. This might be an outdated list right here because I did see that the creator said it was going to be a launch title, I believe. Let me see. Let me confirm that before people call me out on being wrong. Da, da, da. So spring 2017. Man, let me look at the Twitter. I need to find the Twitter. Ed Mc, yeah, McMillan. Uh, it's his GameStop here. Yeah, it says release date March 3rd on GameStop's website, so I'm confused. Anyway, enough silence. Yeah, we have ARMS for spring, Sonic Mania for spring, which I will probably get. Um, I'm not sure how much that's going to be, if that's going to be like a full price title or not. Um, Puyo Puyo Tetris, that's also being published by Sega. Um, Lego City Undercover, which I still haven't played, so um, I don't even have that. So for the Wii U, so I might try that out. Redout, which is a racing game, I believe. Um, then Summer is Splatoon 2, uh, which I am pretty excited about. I haven't played much of Splatoon since 2015, but the second one looks really fun and has a lot of stuff that I'm excited about. Um, let's see. Autumn, Skyrim, NBA 2K18. I don't care about sports games. If you do, good for you. But um, Skyrim, I funny enough, I've had Skyrim on Steam for like so long, but I have not played it. So maybe if I like actually get it, depending on how much they release it at. If they release it at full price, like a $60, I'm not sure if I'll get it immediately. I'll probably just wait. Um, do you hope that Undertale could get a physical release? Well, the thing with Undertale is that I don't think that can work as a game on a console, just because of the way a certain thing works in it. It could work, but yeah, a way that a certain thing in the game works that, uh, without revealing like spoilers for the game, I don't think it can work on consoles. Um, Winter Super Mario Odyssey. So Mario for the holiday season, which is sort of like the Wii back in 2007 when Mario Galaxy came out. So at that point, you had Zelda, Mario, and Metroid all for the Wii in its first year, which is pretty dang good. People forget that the Wii actually had a pretty strong first year as far as like the first party titles go. Um, because it had Zelda, um, Mario, and Metroid, but it also had some other stuff like Super Paper Mario and WarioWare Smooth Moves, and some other weirder third-party stuff like Zack and Wiki that was in that first year. Um, so if the Switch has stuff like that in its first year, it might do pretty well. Um, let's see. Yeah, 2017. Uh, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I was completely surprised by. I thought it would just be like a port of X, but it's this second game, or another game of the franchise. FIFA, Wonder Boy, and the Dragon's Trap, which I knew they were doing another Wonder Boy game, but I didn't know it was coming to Switch, or was going to be released on Switch. So that's interesting. Um, do you like Rodea the Sky Soldier? I do have it, but I still have not played it. I'll probably play it at some point. So, games without dates. Fire Emblem Warriors, which I already expressed when I did one of my haul videos for Hyrule Warriors over here. Uh, Here it is. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors. I expressed that I didn't really think the combat was that interesting to me, just because it's very, very repetitive. It can be pretty fun in like just killing a whole bunch of enemies at once, but the Dynasty Warriors gameplay to me is very repetitive. So I know a lot of people like it though. So I know, and people will like it with Fire Emblem characters. No More Heroes. It's kind of weird because after the presentation, the Suda51 like sort of clarified what it was going to be. It's a game with Travis Touchdown, but I'm not sure if it's going to be No More Heroes. It's going to be like something that's really weird because he was talking about like indie developers and stuff, and that Travis Touchdown was going to be in a game with another indie like game star. I don't even know what he's talking about. So at least we had Travis Touchdown in another game because I do love the No More Heroes games. All right. Um, Dragon Quest 10 and 11 coming as well as Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. No idea if it'll come to the U.S., but the good news is that the Switch is region free, so that way, if it doesn't come to the U.S., we can just import it, or if it's delayed for the U.S., you can just import it if you want to play it immediately. Hmm. Then from Square Enix, Project Octopath Traveler, which I don't even know what that's going to be like. But it's a new IP from Square Enix, so that's interesting. All right. Minecraft Switch Edition and Minecraft Story Mode, I don't really care. But that'll get the kids, I guess, if they want the system. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, I still haven't played that game. Um, I played like the demo of Rayman Legends, so uh, yeah, I'm up for that. Shin Megami Tensei, I haven't played any games in that series. Um, so hooray for fans of that series, though. Siberia 3, have no idea what that is. Steep, which is a snowboarding game from Ubisoft. I have no idea if it'll be any good, though. Project Sonic 2017, so that's Sega's other Sonic game coming for the system, as well as multi-platform. So, and then this was interesting because I thought it was like a virtual console thing in the beginning, but when they showed it in the one of the last trailers they showed was Ultra Street Fighter 2: The Final Challengers, which is basically like this like reimagining of Street Fighter 2. I'm not sure how much they're going to charge for that though. They might, Capcom might charge like a lot for it. Um, but if it's charged at a smaller price, it might sell. But that's interesting that there's a lot of games here that seems like going back to old school graphics, because the Ultra Street Fighter 2 is sort of like this upgraded version of Street Fighter 2 that's still in 2D, and then Sonic Mania is like old Sonic but with like upgraded 16-bit graphics that look really smooth. Um, so yeah, it's interesting that we're getting a lot of games like that. Um, Arcade Archives, I have no idea what Arcade Archives is because I didn't even know what the developer was that's making that. I'm guessing like an arcade a compilation of something. All right. Disgaea 5 completes. I've never played a Disgaea game. I know that my friend Hero has played them though. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Haven't played the Xenoverse games. Um, or a lot of Dragon Ball games in general. There's an Untitled Tales game coming to the system. So Tales of Blank or whatever will probably be on the system. Untitled Taiko Drum Master game. So that might just be for Japan. I have no idea if it'll come out here. And this one is hilarious. Farming Simulator. They showed that in the trailer too. Why? I guess we'll have a lot of simulator games, maybe? Fast RMX, which looks like a sort of F-Zero type game. Well, if we don't get F-Zero, we'll get that. Though I've heard that's already been out on other systems, so I'm not sure how good it is though. Untitled BlazBlue game, so a fighting game for the system. New Frontier Days Founding Pioneers from Arc System Works. I have no idea what that is. Okay, and then the last column here. Previously announced games. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, which is like the third type of DLC type thing, but it's I guess they're including like the original Shovel Knight, the Plague Knight one, and then the Spectre Knight one that they're doing. So Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, I think that's what they're, and that says spring 2017. So that comes afterwards. I'm definitely getting that because I love Shovel Knight. Um, okay, Cube Life Island Survival. No idea what that is. Rime. I know what this is. That's RIME, and that actually looked pretty interesting. I saw a trailer and I reblogged it on Tumblr. The art style reminds me like of a combination between Wind Waker, Shadow of the Colossus, and Journey. Uh, it looks pretty cool though. I think I kind of want that. All right. Dungeon of Czar. I have no idea what that is. Tank It. I'm guessing tanks. And here's something I forgot that I was actually coming out is a ukulele for the Switch. So that'll be a fun game if it comes out around the same time as the other versions of it. Here's Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. I think I already talked about that, didn't I? Oh no, that's Wonder Boy. There's Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. That's different, I guess. Um, Untitled Nobunaga's Ambition. So that series, Riverside. I have no idea what that is. Is it based on the the town in California, Riverside? The Sacred Hero. No idea what that is. I saw a teaser for it. I have no idea what it's about though. Seasons of Heaven. Don't know about that. Stardew Valley. I do know about that because I hear a lot of people really like it. So apparently that's coming. And that's all the games that are listed right now on this full list of all the games here. Um, but as far as predictions go, I'll go ahead and give you my predictions. Well, what I said on Twitter about the system. Uh, so here we go. Prediction number one. Since Switch is already starting to sell out pre-orders, it will be a bit hard to find the first month. Um, yeah, when I went back to Best Buy on their site, I could not pre-order it. Or I didn't see a button for pre-order. Let me see if it has it now. And I'll check other sites as well. I think you can still pre-order the games, but not the system. Yeah, there's a lot of games here that you can still pre-order, but you can't pre-order the system at the moment. But, however, it will start to be easily found in April because I don't think the hype is as strong as it was before because of the launch lineup. Because the launch lineup seems pretty lackluster at the moment. Prediction number two. Since this is a March release, I think the Switch will do a lot better during the holidays. Like, exponentially better. Like, I think it'll... They're shipping, like, 2 million systems at launch. I'm not sure if that's just for the US or if that's worldwide. But yeah, the holiday season I think it'll do a lot better. Like a lot better. Um and I say if but only if Nintendo promises the release dates on those games that they showed they're scheduled in 2017. Like if they have it where Zelda is at launch and then it's Mario Kart the next month and then like we have Splatoon 2 and then we have some other things like we have like Skyrim in August or something. We have Mario Odyssey later, and hopefully some stuff in between. So, yeah, like I said, it reminds me a lot of the Wii's first year. If the Switch's first year can be that strong, then I think it'll do well. Um, yeah, I said there needs to be at least one strong release each month until the holidays to keep momentum going. Prediction number three. There will be a bundle for the 2017 holiday season, either with Zelda, Splatoon 2, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm going to guess maybe Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Splatoon 2, or both. Because I think they did that with one bundle with the Wii U. So if that happens, I think it'll also sell a lot better. I said I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't a pack-in game announced. I thought it would be 1-2 Switch, but since it's sold separately, 1-2 Switch will sell terribly because I don't see much interest, especially at that price point. It should be a much cheaper budget title. Like it should be like Snipper Clips, which is $20. Um, so, yeah, or a pack-in game. So, prediction number 4. A port of Smash Brothers similar to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so including all the DLC, etc., will be announced at E3 for holiday release. Another to add on to that. Sorry, I've been talking too much. To add on to that, I think the Smash Brothers ports might have at least maybe one new character. Maybe not at all, but if it is going to be like one new character, it's going to be the Inkling from Splatoon because they are riding on that game's popularity. So, yeah, I think if anything, it would be that included with all the DLC like Cloud, Bayonetta, Lucas, Mewtwo. What were the other download? Oh, Ryu. So yeah, all of them I would think would be included in the deluxe version of Smash Brothers. Um, Hopefully with a holiday release, if not like very early next year. Prediction number 5. As much as I hate to say it, Western third parties will once again ignore the system. Like, completely ignore it. Just like they did with the Wii U after the first few months. Except for indie developers, because indie developers are actually, like, putting out games for it. But the thing is about the third parties is that the third parties were actually on with the Wii U at the beginning with the first couple of months, and then they just dropped off. They just had a lot of ports. We had Max Effect 3 on the Wii U of all things, like Darksiders. Uh, uh, Eventually we had Watch Dogs, didn't we? Um, yeah, it was really weird because like third parties were like, oh yeah, Wii U, we'll make games for that, sure, and then they didn't. Um, so I think the fact that we don't really have any third parties at launch other than some of the indie developers and Bomberman is the that third parties are just waiting until they release stuff. Other than Bethesda, which has Skyrim later this year in like fall. So yeah, it's gonna be weird what third parties do with this system. They might just make really strange stuff like they did with the Wii. Hopefully, not a lot of shovelware, like with the Wii. But if we do get third parties, we'll get some weird hidden gems like on the Wii. All right, prediction number 6. I hope I'm wrong about this one. But I think that the Virtual Console games will once again just trickle in each week. Like we won't get a big like thing where you have all these Virtual Console games that we already have on had on the Wii U and Wii. They'll just trickle in again, and it will not be able to, and you will not be able to use your Nintendo Network ID or whatever to re-download what you had from Wii U. But I really hope I'm wrong about that because they didn't talk about virtual console at all during the presentation. So, but there was an interview with Reggie Fils-Aimé about the virtual console and about how people have spent like so much money on the virtual console and that they're kind of afraid to like just hop onto a system and see that they can't get their games again. Uh, so yeah, I really hope that they do something where you can get your virtual console. I didn't buy like any virtual console games on the Wii U because I knew that I was like I already had a bunch of games on the Wii, and unfortunately my Wii died, so I wasn't able to get any of that back. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna really buy any on the Wii U right now. The only ones I have on the Wii U are ones that I got from Club Nintendo when they had those as rewards. So I got like Super Metroid and Earthbound. So yeah, it's going to be hard to try to get a virtual console right. It would be easy if we could just tell them how to do it, but Nintendo's Nintendo, and they won't listen sometimes. Um, but I'm hoping that they will do something about the virtual console and hopefully get Mother 3, since they had put like a bunch of Game Boy Advance games on the Wii U one, and they put Earthbound Beginnings on there. So hopefully the virtual console will be good this time around, because I would love to have a virtual console and like take it around with me, um, and be able to play like Super Nintendo and N64 and all that on a handheld. So there was another point I was going to make. Oh yeah, the online thing. So there's they announced that they're doing an online fee thing, and I don't know how I feel about that yet. Mainly because I played Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon online on my Wii U, and honestly, I didn't really have any trouble. Um, there was lag like sometimes, but not nearly as much as it was on the Wii. Um, and I I think that the fact that they're doing a trial period will show if people think it's going to be worth it. And if it's not worth it, people are not going to buy it. Um, but I could be wrong. People just might just buy it regardless, depending on how cheap it is. If it's like $5 a month, then maybe. Um, or if it's like just like a one-time payment a year, like $25 a year or something like that. Um, which that seems really cheap. If it does something like that. But another thing about the Virtual Console, when I was talking about the NES and Super Nintendo games that you can download for free each month that have online capabilities, that's interesting to like if you could play like F-Zero online with people, that'd be fun. But you can't keep the games. That's the disappointing thing. Which I've heard from people that have PSN Plus that you can keep the games, but I've also heard that you don't really keep the games. They're free, but if you unsubscribe from PSN Plus, you don't have them anymore. So yeah, at that point I was like, well, what's the difference between this and that? Other than like the NES or SNES games don't stay on your system after that month. So I think it would be better if you would it has a service where if it is like for pay to play online, you get discounts for like virtual console games and stuff. Um, like significant discounts, like 50%, something like that. So yeah, um, I think that might be about it about talking about the Switch. I'm excited. I'm excited for Breath of the Wild. I'm excited to play it on March 3rd. After seeing that, I watched that trailer like so many times. I'm I'm super pumped. Um, and I really want to do some content about the Switch when it does come out. And I want to capture some gameplay footage. I'm going to get an Elgato probably next month and test it out and see how it does. So I'll probably show footage of games like the way I was showing the presentation in my reaction video. So if that didn't get flagged or anything for copyright, so I think that's a good way of doing game footage. So the only thing I think the only other thing I think I'm going to talk about tonight is monster trucks. Motherfucking monster trucks. Monster Trucks was insane. It's really really dumb, but it kind of fun. It's yeah. I am talking about Monster Trucks now, Mr. No Name. Uh, it's I was very surprised by the way the way the creature is actually animated and everything, because it's this movie is from the same director of like Ice Age, Robots, and Epic. So a director from Blue Sky, the animation studio. So it's really weird. Like the monsters are from this subterranean thing that live underground in uh basically survive on oil. It's it's very odd, and they come up through this oil field, and this oil company is trying to hide the fact that they escaped, and the monsters have tentacles that have a little cilia on their tentacles that move the axles and or anything in between their tentacles that move it, so that way when Creech is in the truck, he just like moves the axles, and then the car goes. So yeah, it's really weird. Well, spoiler time. You want spoilers for monster trucks? Yeah, I won't say that much about it if you really do want to see it. Um, it's really dumb. But oh yeah, I will say also. I don't want to give away too much because I want to save some stuff for my review. But it has one of the dumbest placements for a Wilhelm scream. Yeah, like when it shows up, you're like, that doesn't really seem like it should be there. It's very out of place. And also the main actor, like, I thought that the first human that you see, or I guess not human, but the first kid that you see who's driving a truck, you think like, oh, he's gonna be the main actor, but wait, he wasn't in the trailers. And then you go to it goes to this bus, and you see him looking out at the other guy, and you're like, that guy looks a lot older than this other person that's the camera's focusing on right now. And he's in like a bus full of high school students, and they all look so much younger than him. He looks completely out of place. He should have been like somebody who was like in college or something, not in high school, because the way he looks, yeah, it's completely out of place for high school. But yeah, it's very very dumb. And also, Creech, I understand why there was those stories of uh when they first showed monster trucks where there were screaming children. I understand now, because there's a point where Creech opens his mouth completely and there's teeth everywhere. It's like I was like, I can understand why kids would scream at that. That is terrifying. I mean, I guess that's how they get through the ground, like just like these rotating teeth. That it's really really scary. I was very surprised by that. Yeah. So that's Monster Trucks. I also saw La La Land and Monster Calls, two movies that are much better than Monster Trucks. La La Land I enjoyed. I know that people have been bashing on it lately because of the Golden Globes, and it won like Best Picture and like a whole bunch of other awards. And it's probably gonna win a lot at the Oscars. But I enjoyed it, and I was actually humming some of the songs after I went to go see it. And I'm a sucker for sort of like dreamer and like romantic dreamer stories, and this was that, and I was like, man, it got me. So yeah, I liked La La Land. Um, and then A Monster Calls, that's probably the best out of the movies I saw this weekend. Um, A Monster Calls actually made me cry. It's really fantastic, and it deals with loss from a child's perspective. And if you want to go support it, it's really good. Go out and see it if it's playing near you, because I don't think it's doing well right now. And it actually has a couple of animated sequences in it that are like watercolor 3D thing, which I was surprised by. I didn't know that was going to be in it. So yeah, if you're interested in A Monster Calls, if you're a fan of the book, definitely go see it. It's really good. What did I think of Jim's reviews of Monster Trucks? I loved it. I love Jim's review. I love how he talked about Creech as if he was an actual actor. That was great. It's probably going to be one of his most viewed videos. Because I saw that his views were like going way up on that compared to his other movie reviews. But I'll go ahead and do some more Q&A um, for the next like 10 minutes, I guess, while I sneeze. So go ahead and ask some questions. Wow, that's only one sneeze. How do I feel about the MLP movie? I saw the logo that they released. It looks interesting. I'm excited for it. Uh, not as excited as I am for some other things like Lego Batman coming out soon, but uh, I am excited to see a traditionally animated movie in theaters, or a 2D animated movie. It's not really traditional because it's Flash, but to do. Who is Gents? Uh, I don't know. Who is Gents? Who is your Overwatch main? The main characters that I play are Junkrat, Diva, Lucio, and who else do I play? I know I'm forgetting one. But yeah, it's mainly like Junkrat, Diva, Lucio. Oh yeah, Torbjorn. That's another one. Torbjorn is another one I play a lot. What are the thoughts on the band Ghost? I do not know them at all. Uh, when is your new podcast coming out? When Saber comes back? Well, Saber's coming back home tomorrow night. So I'll probably be talking to him on the phone on his way home. But we'll be working on that probably in the next couple of weeks. I'll be talking about a bunch of stuff. So hopefully we'll get that in sorted to have like the first episode out in February or sometime. All right. Which is better, Monster Calls or Monster Trucks? A Monster Calls by a lot. A Monster Calls is really really good. So definitely see it. Like I said, it's one of the few movies that the few movies that have actually made me cry. Um, do you think the Switch will do as well as the PS4 or PS2 in terms of sales? It's crazy that the PS4 has done so well because when it first came out, there was like nothing for it. Um, and I was so confused about why people were purchasing it. But now it actually has a lot of games that I do actually want. Um, so, yeah, I was very confused by the big start the PS4 had. I guess because like the Xbox One started out like so badly, as far as public image goes. So that's probably why people liked the PS4 a lot. But I don't think it'll catch up to like PS2. I don't think at all. PS4 maybe, but I doubt it. At this point, I doubt it. But I could be wrong. Do you think that Cartoon Network will ever greenlight Infinity Train or in Lakewood Plaza Turbo? I think maybe. And I hope Infinity Train. I think Lakewood Plaza Turbo is like more plausible at this point. But Infinity Train, I'm not sure. I would hope so though. Thoughts on the Star vs. the Force of Evil turn off phones message that will scream before the Lego Batman. Wait, they're doing like an animation for that? That's really cool. I love that. I didn't even know they were doing that, but I'm gonna love that. Have you seen the OKKO? Do you mean OK Go shorts or OKKO? OKKO? I haven't seen those. Does Jim like Littlest Pet Shop and My Little Pony? No, I don't think he's ever watched either of them. So, yeah, I don't think Jim likes those. Or not likes those, but he just isn't really that much aware of them. I mean, he's aware of them, he just hasn't seen them. Let's see. What do you think of the new Metallica album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct? I haven't listened to that yet. I have heard the single, but it sounds pretty good. What did you think of the new alright, answered that. Do you think DreamWorks will push How to Train Your Dragon 3 for that boss baby? Um, Do you mean like a trailer before it, or? I know that after Boss Baby, we're getting Captain Underpants afterwards. So we'll probably have like some kind of How to Train Your Dragon 3 teaser in Captain Underpants, but not Boss Baby. Have you watched Dragon Ball Super on Toonami? I haven't watched Super. Lakewood Plaza Turbo Shorts. Okay, that's what the OKKO shorts are then. No, I haven't watched them. Thoughts on Mario's new game? Oh yeah, I didn't talk about Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey, I'm very excited about. It looks like a 64 type game, and I'm super excited for that because 64 is one of my favorite Mario games and one of my favorite games in general. So, yeah, I'm super excited for that. Um, I could probably answer a couple more, and then I'll stop for now. So, if you want any more last questions, have you seen a series of unfortunate events on Netflix? No, I haven't seen that yet. I think I might watch it at some points. There's a lot of other stuff I need to catch up on though. What's your opinion on Shrek 5? Shrek is life. Do you think that that scene in Super Mario Odyssey when the guy in the suit and Mario look at each other will become a meme? I mean, it's already become a meme. People have already made it a meme. What's the juice you're drinking? This is Sundrop. Who did it better, Sonic's realistic humans in downhill roll, or Mario's realistic humans in his downhill roll in New Game? Um, well, Mario's already better than Sonic by default, so why are you even asking that? Are you going to buy the Switch? Yes. Well, I mean, I've already pre-ordered it. For me, I thought that the new album was good. I love the Moth into the Flame album. Pleasures, but definitely listen to the album. Okay, yeah, I know I haven't listened to many new albums in a while, so I'll probably get that a listen. Are you going to watch the regular show finale? Yes. I haven't caught up with the latest ones. I think I've seen all of the season 8 episodes except for a couple, so I'll probably watch those in the finale. And at some point, probably do an review of it after I do the Star versus review I'm planning on. Have you ever heard of the Don Hertzfeldt second animated movie? It's such a beautiful. Yes, I have. I have seen It's Such a Beautiful Day. It's a really cool indie animated film. All right, I think I'm about done. And this last question here: are you going to live stream with the Elgato on the Switch? Yeah, I'll probably live stream on Twitch. With the Switch, I live stream Switch on the Twitch, or I live stream my Switch on Twitch. That's what I'll do. So, whenever I get Zelda, because it's going to come in the mail. It says it's supposed to be arrive here by March 3rd. So hopefully it does get here by March 3rd, so I can actually, excuse me, live stream it. But I do want to. Thing is, I just have this small TV down here. I'll show you what it is. So yeah, I just have this. There's my CRT right there, and then that's the small TV up here that I just play some of the HD games on. But I kind of want to play Zelda on the big 4K TV that we have downstairs. Though it's not going to be at 4K. It's just going to be regular HD. So yeah, I do want to start streaming games a lot more often if I get the Elgato next month. Let's see. Have you ever watched the Thief and the Cobbler, and did you watch the edited or original unfinished one? I watched the original unfinished one. I do remember seeing the weird one that was released in the '90s, like on Cartoon Network at some point. But I did watch the original unfinished one, like the recobbled edition. Um, and that's pretty cool. It's like a marvel of like 2D animation. It's fantastic. Um, anyway, I think I'll stop streaming for now. Probably next time I might have somebody else, but unfortunately nobody was around. And I wanted to talk to Hero about the Switch, but I've already talked to him at length about it, but I've never live streamed with him about it. I might talk to Saber next time, if he's around. So yeah, Saber's been gone for like a few weeks, out of town. So we'll start our podcast pretty soon. So sorry if I didn't answer your questions, but my voice is tired now. This is why it's hard to live stream solo when you have nobody to bounce back on. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next Saturday. I'll talk about some other stuff. I'll probably talk about my top sevens because I will try to get those ready for this coming week, along with the La La Land, Monster Calls and Monster Trucks review. So yeah, I'll probably do that. So I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye.